Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. If you are new here or whether you're returning, I am the Hermit Tarot and this is my YouTube channel. So lovely to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In today's video, we are going to be doing a pick a card tarot reading. To be honest with you, it's been so long since I've done anything else. I can't wait to get back into my Spirit Talks podcast, but this year has thrown me so many curveballs already, and I'm just trying to do what I can. I think we can all relate. It's been a weird start to the year. So today's reading is an attempt to kind of distract your mind and hopefully offer you a bit of information as well. It's one of those readings that I personally find really intriguing. The main person who I've seen do these types of readings before is Jalissa's Messages. She does these a lot and I love clicking on her content and watching one of her readings. So we are going to be asking Spirit today what your person's late night thoughts of you are. There's going to be an extended reading as well. In the YouTube version of this reading, we're going to be getting information about what they think about late at night when it comes to you. I will also be getting some channeled messages and some advice. Then, in the extended reading, we're going to be focusing more on their desires, where they're at in terms of their energy towards this connection. I hope we can get a bit of juicy messages. So I'm going to be honest, I'm going to try to make it a bit of 18 plus on the extended readings where I don't have to really censor myself, and we'll just see what comes through. For each of the groups, I'll elaborate more on the extended reading at the end of your reading. So I will introduce you to each of the 4 groups today. Unlike my last couple of videos, the cards are definitely in the right order. Now these cards are two-sided, but I'm only going to show you the front until we actually go into your group. So starting with group 1 over here, we have the yellow card over here, and all of these cards are from this beautiful deck, the Creative's Compass. This deck was created by Amal Awad. I might be pronouncing that, sorry, not right, and I apologize, Amal. Amal is a part of our beautiful community, and this deck is one of the more creative decks that I have in my collection, a very intuitive deck like most. And yeah, if you see it and you like it, please have a look online. Amal sells this deck through her website. So all the cards have painted emotive swirls of color on them, starting with group 1 with this yellow, mostly yellow swirl. There's a little bit of blue there, there's a little bit of green, a little bit of red. It's a beautiful card. So that's group 1. Group 2, you have this blue, red, pink swirl, mostly blue. Again, the energies on these cards. Love it, love it, love it. That's group 2. Group 3 over here with the mostly red swirl. You can see there's a little bit of green and a tiny bit of yellow as well, and some pinky red colors for group 3. And last but not least, we have wonderful group number 4 over here with the mostly green swirl. And your swirl also has strong blues, a little bit of white, and a tiny bit of red as well. So those are the 4 groups today. Remember, we're asking Spirit about your person's late night thoughts, so keep that topic in mind when you choose a group. Give yourself time. If you need more time or more help picking a group, you're welcome to join me in the meditation portion of this reading. When you know which of these groups you're feeling most called to, click on the timestamps in the description box and join me in your reading. So the first thing I want you to do with me is to take in 2 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to focus on clearing your mind. It's natural to have thoughts racing at this point. I want you to embrace each thought as it comes and let it slip as quickly as it came in. Focus on clearing and balancing out these thoughts so that they come and go without a desire to be attached to them. And now,
with a rested mind, I want you to think of the first group that comes to your mind. It may be a number, it may be an object that I showed you. It could be a specific color, it could be a feeling that you felt when I showed you each of the groups today. When you are ready and when you feel confident, select your group and join me in your reading.
Hi group 1 and welcome in. If you chose this beautiful yellow card, the yellow swirl, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're asking Spirit about your person's late night thoughts towards you. What are they thinking about? What's on their mind? There is going to be an extended reading, as I said in the intro. I'm going to talk more about the extended at the end of your reading. It's going to be more 18 plus, and at this point my goal is to just figure out what their desires are and what their energy towards this connection is. Now let's have a look at what the back of your card says. We have creative heights. The view is different, but it's still a view. Excitement is a balancing act. So group 1, I feel like your person's trying to get a new perspective on you, or their perspective of you has been changing recently. I see this person feeling excited about you, and the yellow on this card does give me movement energy. It makes me think that this person is feeling optimistic as well, and kind of wanting to move forward in a direction. Balancing act has me a little confused though. I'm going to get tarot to see what that means, but I feel like this person's opinion and view of you is overall very positive, and it looks like they're feeling pretty set on moving forward with you. I feel like that excitement is really strong as well. Like I'm actually feeling that more so now. So let's have a look at what their late night thoughts are towards you, group number 1. What is group 1's person's late night thoughts towards them? Oops. Ah. Oh my gosh. There we go. What is group 1's person's late night thoughts towards them, Spirit? This deck's a bit clunky. I haven't used it in a while. There we go. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group numero 1? I actually got to do more language lessons. That reminds me. Well, got to brush up on my Espanol. We have the 7 of Pentacles in the upright, or like that. What is this person's late night thoughts of group 1? You can skip the shuffling if you would like. We have the 6 of Cups coming out in the reverse. Oh. We also have the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. Might just get one more card. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group 1, please, Spirit? Look at that. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Now, I will be clarifying these cards straight off the cuff. Actually, yeah, 4 of Swords is at the back here. I want to keep this within frame, so I might put it there for now so you can see it. And we might just clarify these cards with my second deck. I'm going to have to move you up a little bit, sweet pea. Let me move that across. I think that's going to be good. Is that good? Yeah. Can we clarify that 5 of Pentacles? 7 of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Hello. There we go. Can we clarify the 7 of Pentacles, please, Spirit? What is this person's late night thoughts towards group 1? We have the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. Wow, this person's really thinking. They're really thinking. They're out here trying to figure this out. What about the 6 of Cups? The Lovers. I'm going to pop you back, but I'll keep that in mind. 9 of Wands was upright. Lovers came out reversed. And we also had the 10 of Swords. Ay, Dios mío, what is going on here? Can we clarify this Knight of Wands, please, Spirit? We have the Ace of Wands, okay? Ace of Wands is in the reverse position. What about our Queen of Wands over here? Can we clarify why this Queen is reversed. We got the Three of Cups upright, and the Page of Swords is a big question mark. Okay, we're going to put the Page of Swords down there. At the back of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. Oh, wow. Group 1. Actually, I'm sorry. Can't really fit that there. We're just going to put that there to show you that that was your bottom deck energy. Where do I start? Your person spends a lot of time thinking about you, okay? That is obvious. You are a wish fulfillment in this person's eyes. You make them feel good about themselves. You make them feel good in general. You're someone that they like to think about, so they do think about you a lot. They have strong feelings for you, sweets. You make them quite happy. This person is afraid of missing out on an opportunity with you, so they're always thinking about you. I feel like this person spends more time thinking about you than they actually do acting towards you, though. At this point in time, this person is feeling left behind in your connection. They're thinking of ways to come back without looking sneaky and without looking like they have bad intentions. Your person's thoughts are towards what you're doing and who you're spending your time with as well. I feel like most of you are in a separation, or you're just not talking openly about what you're up to and who you're spending time with. This person thinks about whether they have enough material stuff to be a part of your world. They almost think that they need more stability within their material world, whether this is financial stability or just security of home, in order to step towards you correctly. This person does think about being left behind by you, though, and they do get very worried about how you see them and what you think of them, especially if a lot of time has passed. It's like they're worried that the lack of action and effort is going to cause more troubles than if they even decided to come back and do things in a haphazard nature. So that is one of the main things that is on their mind. But I can see that they also think about how to build something with you and what that will look like. Your person assumes that your connection is going to take time. They often think about how much time has passed already and how much time is expected to pass in order for something to ground and materialize between the two of you. Your person also thinks about the fact that your schedules are so out of sync. It's like you're over here one day and they're over there, and then they're there the next day and you're over there in a different place. And it's like they just can't, you both find it really hard to see each other. So I think you keep missing each other by an inch. I want to say that this person often thinks about how busy you are and this progress that you've made for yourself already. I feel like they also think about their own progress, because I'm getting that this person is focusing on their material world in some way. It could even just be study, but it feels like they're focusing on just ticking some boxes and moving things forward, and it's going to take time to do that. I feel like they do have goals that they hope to achieve, and they're frustrated by the fact that it's taking time, questioning again, how long is this going to take? I can see that they also think about coming back and how much effort that is going to take. I feel like your person is very what's the best word? I want to say upset. They feel disheartened, they feel sad, they feel like it's a massive sort of blow to the chest, the fact that you're not as involved in each other's lives as they want to be. Your person is very curious about the future with you, though. I see them anticipating a chance to end the separation that you're in, or to just make things more serious. But I also see with the Lovers reversed that this person is unsure of how things are going to go. There's obviously a conversation that needs to be had and a decision that needs to be made, but it takes two to tango. Are you both on the same page? Do you both want the same things? I feel like this person is acknowledging that it's going to take so much effort to get there, and then what if you don't even want them to be there in the first place? Your person thinks that things would be a lot easier if you saw each other more regularly, but then part of them is also relishing the fact that they don't have to worry about that stress right now in some way. Like, it kind of feels like this person isn't willing to give up, but they're also grateful that they don't have to exert all that energy right now. I hope that makes sense. It'll resonate more for those who the situation is out of your hands and the separation wasn't something that you chose for yourselves. I think that if you believe that your person chose to walk away, they're very concerned about how you see them and whether you would accept them to come back in your life. They feel very concerned about what their reception will be like when they come back, because regardless of how they left, everyone in this group, your person is definitely determined to come back and for there to be movement and your connection. Group 1, I see over here with the Knight of Wands reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. Your person often thinks late at night about the false start between you, about what could have, would have, should have happened, and about their passions, their desires for you. Your person is very attracted to you, and they often think about you in sexual ways. I feel like your person feels that there are a lot of unexpressed energies between you, maybe just sexual tension, sweets, just straight sexual tension. But I want to say with the Knight of Wands reverse, something nearly did happen here, but it never kind of happened the way they wanted it to. Even if you were intimate with this person, I feel like it didn't happen the way they wanted it to. With the Ace of Wands reversed, this person feels like it was a false start. If they feel like it didn't work out and they feel like they need to do it again. They need a do-over here. Now, the other thing that I'm seeing with this Knight of Wands is that your person feels very frustrated by their lack of opportunity to move things forward with you, especially in a passionate way. And I do get a bit of jealousy from this kind of person. It will vary for each of you individually, but because of their desire for you and because of the way that they feel for you right now, they feel like they're questioning who you're around and they're wanting to get closer to you. They feel like the separation is really weighing on them. They think about you a lot. They look at how far you've come and where things could go. They imagine what, oh, I didn't tell you that yet, did I? Sorry. They imagine what it will be like when they come back and what the future with you could look like. So if there is anybody in the picture, even slightly, I think that this is definitely the kind of person that would get a bit jealous, group 1. And so I feel like they do think about that as well. I don't know if this person's entirely proud of the way that you make them feel. You incite a lot of strong, passionate energy within them, group 1. And they spend a lot of time thinking about just that, how passionate you make them feel. I can see over here with the Queen of Wands reversed and the Page of Swords reversed, your person is very intrigued and curious about you and about your type, about what you're into, about what you're working on, what you're creating at the moment, where your interests are, what your hobbies are like. There's a lot of curiosity about how you spend your time and use your energy. So I feel like most of you, either you don't know this person very well, or it's been a while since you connected, or there's just a disconnect over who you are as an authentic person. They may only have one version of you in their mind. They're very curious about your complex nature, what else you've got going on in your life, and how you express yourself, what you're like. Oh my days, I just heard what you're like in the bedroom. Okay, we heard you the first time. This person is very passionate, group 1. They spend a lot of time thinking about you, and for a lot of you, they do check up on your social media as well. I want to say for 75% of you, obviously if you don't have social media or if you're one of those really ziplocked, fresh, sealed accounts that are impossible to find online, then obviously that wouldn't apply to you. But for about 75% of y'all, this person's checking up and they're looking. Just to kind of see, like, who is this person? What are they doing now? What are they into? Who's liking their pictures? Oh wow. I think with the Page of Swords, there is a disconnect here over how they fit in your life. That's one thing that they think about at night. How can they fit into your life? How can you fit into theirs? You have a shared interest, which is most likely how you met or something that caused this attraction in the first place. But I do believe that they still feel like you may Yeah, they still feel like they need to get to know you better and understand similarities between the two of you better. So they often think about that as well. Now, let us get some channeled messages from this person to look at their late night thoughts. We're going to start with my musical messages oracle deck. Unfortunately, I have so many channel messages decks, I didn't have my own one out here. I'm just going to have to use this musical messages, and I have this other deck that many of you adored from my previous reading. You'll notice it, you'll recognize it when it comes back out. Group one, please. Oh my days, I barely said anything. This person thinks about you a lot. Group one, please, Spirit. What does this person think about late at night when it comes to group one? What does this person think about late at night when it comes to group one? I'm hearing Sheryl Crow, if it makes you happy, how can it be bad? We have 99 Bottles by Pissed Idiots coming out. We also had the first card was Every Day is a Holiday by Dope Lemon. Serenity. One more card, please, Spirit. We have All My Friends by Great Gable. Oh, they did something here they're not proud of. For some of y'all, they did cause the separation here and they're not happy about it. Let me get these other cards out real quick. I didn't mean to disappoint you. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group one, please, Spirit? We have be patient, the time will come. I did feel that. I forgot to share that message, so I'm glad it's come back. Your person imagines that things will get better with time. They sincerely believe that you're both kind of just in this awkward situation where a lot of things are out of your hands, and they do think that it will get better with time. We have I miss the small things coming out as well. I might just get one more card. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group one? I saw that with the Seven of Pentacles, but I forgot to say it, so lucky. We also have I just needed some time for myself. So I'm getting some beautiful confirming messages. We have I can change, can you at the back of the deck. Now this deck is linked in the description box. That's the deck that a lot of y'all liked. It's available on Etsy. It's just another wonderful creator. So I'd recommend you support her. Queen of Coins Studio, Confessions of the Heart Oracle deck. So group one, your person thinks about the way that you make them feel. Every day is a holiday with you around. Ain't no feeling high enough. Ain't no river wild enough. Ain't nobody I can love but you. I never want to waste another moment. You make me feel like I'm in serenity. Every day is a holiday with you around. I feel like your person does miss you, sweets. Even if you do see each other, but it's just not the same as it used to be, I feel like they miss you. I feel like they did have to take time off for themselves, but I also think that they did something that they believe disappointed you. They feel like their circumstances caused, or even their actions caused, distance between you, separation between you. They have regret about that. Should I drink another lie? Would it make it right? Can I call myself her lover? But all my friends, they say they're happy for me, but my mind, it traces back to all the harm I've caused. They feel remorseful. They often think about the things they would have, could have, should have done instead. And they often think about the things they miss about you, apparently the small things. You're very attractive to them, but although there was a sexual energy in your reading, it's not just that. I feel like with this energy, they miss your mannerisms, they miss your quirks, they miss the way you walk, maybe the way you talk, the way your mouth moves when you talk, the way you maybe rub your eyebrows when you're stressed, those sorts of little things. And it feels like they're really beating themselves up because of that. I lie and I'm a cheat and I overdrink. I tend to overeat and I'm just living for the weekend. I'll do what I do best. I'll show you how to lose. They think about how bad they feel. They're in this self-loathing energy, trying to stay positive. Be patient, the time will come. This person hasn't given up on the connection, but the circumstances often bring them down. I feel like they know that they needed this time to get things in order for themselves, because I don't think that they were just sitting around twiddling their thumbs. It feels like they were working on some stuff. They were having to deal with their circumstances. And for it to be a Five of Pentacles reverse Seven of Pentacles situation, that's really your money, your stability. And when you're unstable like that, it's not just about changing jobs. It's about restructuring your lifestyle and examining your income as a whole. Where can I afford to live now? What can I afford to eat? Can I even afford my, hobbies, my interests? So I feel like they had to do some pretty big restructuring in that sense. But I want to say that they do often beat themselves up over how this has played out, and they hope for that redemption arc, is what I'm feeling. So let's get some advice for you. What is the advice for group one before we take this into the extended? What is the advice for group one when it comes to this person? What is the advice for group one, please, Spirit? Oh, we got clarity coming out. The number one, and this looks like the Ace of Wands a little bit. Clarity is the carrot card in this deck. It's associated with Earth, Voigo, and the number one, as well as this eye symbol. I don't know about y'all, but my mother always told me carrots make you see in the dark, so I'm not surprised that eyes are there. As advice, Sweet Pea, Spirit is saying this situation with this person is probably going to take time to become crystal clear. There are a lot of things you can't see. Some of these things are happening behind the scenes. Other things are being shielded from you for the sake of you not needing to worry about them. But what you do know, you need to pay attention to. And I think that when it comes to this person, there is determination on their side, but their circumstances are still kind of out of their hands. So I feel with this, oh my gosh, my phone, how dare you? I feel with this Ace, oh, it's not really an ace, but I'm seeing it as the Ace of Wands reversed. Spirit is almost saying you do need to focus on yourself right now. Try not to expect too much from this person. I don't see them actually taking spontaneous action. I see them trying to be patient with the situation, acknowledging that it's going to take time and wanting to stay open to that window when it does open. But for now, the window is shut and they can't open it. They can't get to you, they can't talk to you, they can't be there for you in the way that they want to. So don't expect too much from this person. In the meantime, focus on what you do know. And if you can, if you want to, if it's healthy for you to, keep a small space open for this person to come in. It could be as simple as stay receptive to their energy. Don't pine and yearn and create such a hole in your life for them that nothing else can fill it. But by all means, stay receptive and let life bring them back if that's what is intended to happen. I see that there are other things in your life that you need to be focusing on with your material world as well. For it to be Virgo, your health, as well as your plans, things that you're envisioning for your future. Do that, get excited about that, and focus on that instead. So group one, that is what I'm seeing for you when it comes to your person's late night thoughts. What a fun reading. I'm going to take this into the extended now, where we'll focus more on their fantasies. I think we're going to do that. We'll focus on this person's fantasies. We'll check in on their energy towards this connection. We'll maybe get some more advice, and we'll just let the reading kind of follow the path that it wants to. If this person wants to offer more channeled messages, we'll do that as well. But my main goal will be to try to look at their fantasies, their energy towards this connection, trying to have a look at how things could play out in the near future, and then getting more advice for you as well over what is likely to happen. So if you'd like to join me in the extended, the link will be in the description box. I shall see you there. It's all recorded, ready to go. If you're a Hermie, it's a part of your subscription, so just sign in and it will be ready on the Amethyst content page. Thank you so much, Group 1, for all of your support, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye! Hi Group 2 and welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful card that was mostly blue, then this is going to be your reading today. So Group 2, we're asking Spirit for your person's late night thoughts. There will be an extended as well. I'll talk about that more at the end though. Before we get tarot and have a deep look at what this person is thinking when they have those lonely late nights, let's have a look at the back of this card and figure out what your message was. So we have creative seer, be a pioneer, be an entrepreneur. Preneur. It sounds weird saying it. The few lead the many. So Group 2, I feel like, oh, how dare you? I feel like this person's, sorry, the camera's moving. I feel like this person's thoughts of you are, what's the best word? Pensive? Reflective? Very deep, very deep. There's a lot to consider is what I'm picking up on. Your circumstances with this person may be quite complicated. It feels like there's a lot to consider. Your person often thinks of you from a point of trying to be very wise and reflective and just understanding of the situation. It feels like something about your situation is quite like, what's the word? It almost like pushes them to be this person who stands out and who does things differently from the crowd and who isn't afraid to do things differently. I feel like you inspire them as well. I feel like your energy, them thinking of you inspires them to do these things. Your person may even compare themselves to you as well, Group 2. It feels like their thoughts of you in a way are like you're their muse, but I also think that your situation isn't quite straightforward. So it's not just like a simple, oh yeah, like I think of Group 2. It's like, oh, Group 2, you know? And what can they say? There's a whole story there. Let's get some tarot out, please, so we can have a look at what this person's thoughts are of you at night. Spirit, what does Group 2's person think about them late at night? We have the Magician. Wow. Oh my gosh, sorry. The camera's on autofocus mode and sometimes it accidentally gets stuck on a card like that in the background. What is this person's late night thoughts towards Group 2? You can choose to skip ahead if you want, okay? Because I'm going to be pulling a lot of cards. We have the Three of Swords and we also have the Four of Pentacles. What is this person's late night thoughts towards Group 2, please, Spirit? We have the Devil coming out. Capricorn, Gemini. We got some Capricorn and Gemini energy. What is this person's late night thoughts towards Group 2? Hi. What are we taking? The Six of Coins. Okay. There's a few honorable mentions here in this deck. We want to be looking at the Fool as well and the Three of Cups in the reverse position with the Five of Cups. Side note, your person often thinks about what it would be like to take a leap of faith towards you, to do something bold and courageous without worrying about what other people are going to think, without worrying about everything that's working against you. This person wonders what it would be like to just step up to the plate and do things that they want to do. I feel like this person often thinks about how emotionally separated you are at times. Like this person feels like they're not even a part of your friend circle in an intimate way. This person often thinks about the third party as well that probably came between you, whether this was a person or a circumstance. There's a third party energy here for most of you, Group 2. They often think about, my gosh, I forgot what that other card was. We had the Fool, the Three of Cups reversed, and what was that other card, Spirit? What was that other card? Excuse me. There's this feeling of like, how did we get here and where are we going? The Five of Cups reversed. They often think about the disappointments in this connection. and the salvage, because the thing is, whatever's happened in your past, your person's at a point in your connection where, look at the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. They feel like the two of you have been able to find some way to move forward. Even though there was probably something quite serious that happened in your past, this person still feels like it's about moving forward and trying to figure out what the two of you are now. And I think that that's about starting slow and potentially starting as friends if you can. Can I clarify this Magician energy, please, Spirit? We have the Seven of Swords. This card has been haunting me. Truly, who's lying in this energy? Seven of Swords. What does this person think about, please, Spirit, late at night when it comes to group 2? Jeez, we have the Ten of Swords now. Everything is fine. Excuse me, I'm just trying to reset the camera. Everything is fine. Can we clarify the Four of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Hi. We have the Magician again. Wow, in the reverse. What about this Devil energy, Spirit? We have the King of Pentacles reversed. Damn. When this person, let me tell you, strong Gemini placements, strong Capricorn placements, very strong earth and air energy, specifically anything connected to Mercury or Saturn. Can we clarify the Six of Coins for group 2? This person's late night thoughts, please, Spirit. With the Six of Coins. Make sure you get a journal ready, sweets, because I may be a short reading, but there's a lot of information coming in. We have the Lovers card in the upright position. At the back of the deck, sweets, we have the Nine of Swords and the Tower reverse. So something definitely happened in the past that you're both in your own way still recovering from. It was unexpected, it was sudden, it happened in quite a we can't go back now energy. And I see that this person still thinks about that at night, no matter how much time has passed. There's a level of wisdom, I'll give them that. They see you as a very intuitive, empathetic, kind, compassionate person who knows where they're at when it comes to their feelings. This person feels like you're a very giving, kind person, but I'm also picking up on boundaries. Most of you have put up a boundary with this person, and I feel like because of that, they respect you more. I want to say that this person spends a lot of time thinking about what happened in the past, and they don't want to. Your person doesn't want to stay up late at night thinking about this, but it happens anyway, almost like intrusive thinking. They can't control the thoughts, they just flood in. I see with the Magician and the Seven of Swords that your person thinks about how sneaky they were in the past and how their actions made them look in your eyes. They think about the fact that your connection doesn't have a lot of trust. One person here is really struggling to trust the other person, and I think that's you if you have this boundary. Could be reversed. Take it as it resonates because this is a general reading. But I want to say with the Magician upright, your person is feeling like they need to really put on a show for you to prove. Excuse me, I'm getting so many I have to let out a lot of energy when I channel. They feel like they have to put on a show for you, group 2. They feel like they have to almost prove to you that they mean what they say. Your person thinks that they almost have to trick you into believing that they're this confident, mighty being. Your person is in quite a distorted masculine energy. Sometimes it's to their betterment, and sometimes it just makes them put their foot in it. I want to say with the Magician here, this person replays conversations in their head, and they either think about what they could have said, but I think that this person more so thinks about what they will say next time, if there is a next time. I can see with the Three of Swords and the Everything is Fine card reversed, your person often thinks about the heartbreaking moment that caused that turning point in your relationship. It feels like this is a third party situation for a lot of you. I saw the Three of Cups reversed in the deck when I was shuffling, and it came out in a really look at me way. And then we have this Three of Swords with the Ten of Swords. It feels like there was a betrayal here. Somebody chose to cause this difficult outcome of separation in order to avoid a worst case scenario, what they thought was going to be even worse. They thought that instead of betraying everybody or instead of creating a really big issue, let me just do this instead. This person often thinks about that. They often wonder if they did the right thing, if they could have handled it better. And I see with this Three of Swords, they often reflect in hindsight and just think of how things could have played out based on what they know now. I still feel like your person doesn't have all the answers and they don't have a lot of closure around this. I don't know if y'all have really talked about this or if you've really laid it out on the table from your point of view. It feels like what they're missing is your point of view on what happened. They can only really think of things from their point of view, and they still have a lot of questions of whether that was the right thing, what could have been done differently, what would it have been like if I did this differently. They often think about that sorrow and the pain. If you were able to see this person when it went down, I feel like they often think about your eyes and the way that you were looking at them, group two. But I can see with the Four of Pentacles reversed and the that's upright. Four of Pentacles upright, the Magician reversed. Your person's late night thoughts of you are about how closed off you are towards each other now. It feels like this connection isn't budging, and yet you're not really gaining traction either. Your person feels like there's something quite closed off about you in general. You're a difficult person for them to truly know, and yet there's also this feeling with the Magician reversed that there's a front between the two of you. I think that you both pretend to be a certain type of way in the physical, but there's a lot going on under the surface. I feel like this person often thinks about how little the two of you give to each other in general and how clammy you are towards each other as well. I want to say with the Four of Pentacles and the Magician reversed, it's almost like you're afraid of looking vulnerable or you're afraid of looking weak. And if this doesn't resonate for you, then this is just their thoughts, but they assume that it's shared. They assume that you're both coming from this point of view of you're afraid of looking less than the spectacular, wonderful magician, so you're just going to stay within this realm of safety, which is the Four of Pentacles. If you've had interactions with each other since that Tower moment, I feel like your person thinks that those interactions were almost forced and quite like contrite. It was like you were just very uptight and not wanting to kind of do too much or give too much and very careful about what you were saying. This person often thinks about how careful you are about what you say to them, what you do for them. I feel like with this Devil card and the King of Pentacles reversed, your person's late night thoughts are about how this connection is very much a pull you in situation. There's something about their fascination with you that they feel is very obsessive and almost like a guilty pleasure. It feels like they shouldn't be, but they are anyway kind of energy. I shouldn't be thinking about group two, but I am anyway. So that's why I also think there is some sort of third party thing going on here. With the Devil upright, there is almost this lust infatuation energy of like this guilty pleasure attraction. And with the King of Pentacles reversed, it goes against this person's values in some way. Their desires, their attraction to you, because it is also being translated on a sexual level, group two, it is against their values. It's against what they should respectfully do. And it feels like either that's because this person is married or they're your boss or your manager, or there is like a society, a status thing going on here. But with the King of Pentacles reversed, they feel very selfish about this. They feel like they're not acting within character, like this is a temptation that they're giving into. And lastly, I can see with the Six of Coins and the Lovers over here that this person does think about how well the two of you do work together when you do work together, though. I feel like this person is very intrigued by your mind, by your conversations, and by what you have to say. This person is constantly referencing Gemini, your mind, Mercury, your conversation, the thoughts that you share, your opinions that you share. I feel like they don't mean to, but things that you say seem to come back and really resonate for them, group two. So this person definitely wants to share more with you, whether that's time or just the ability to be around you. I feel like this person often thinks about when they will see you again, if that will happen. And it's like a fleeting question of what that will look like. Will you have grown more to the point where you're able to respectfully interact more? Will you have the chance to be more balanced in the way that you see each other and respond to each other? Or with the Six of Coins here, do they have the chance to pay back the favor? Because it feels like for some of you, this person feels like they need to do something to kind of correct a wrong from the past, a sense of betrayal that happened between you previously. So I feel with the Six of Coins, this person is also curious about where you're at in terms of your money or your finances or your career, especially if you knew this person through your work. But I want to say that this is more about balancing the connection out in a you give what I give type of energy. And just giving what the other person will give, trying to mirror each other in a very literal sense with that Lovers card here. So let's get some channeled messages from them now to have a look at their late night thoughts. Group two, please, Spirit. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group two? What is this person's late night thoughts towards group two? Oh, gosh. Oh, that makes sense. Guilty Conscience by 070 Shake. This was based on the Tame Impala remix, but you can look at the original song too. Acceptance. Interesting. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group two, please, Spirit? Hi, we have Heaven's Only Wishful by More. Grief. One more card. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group two? We also have With Thoughts by Art vs. Science, Optimism. I'm going to pull out another deck as well and get those cards out before I tell you what I'm picking up on. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group two? Oops. What is this person's late night thoughts? We have You Make Me Feel Grounded coming out. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group two? We have I Want to Hold You in My Arms. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group two? We also have I Miss the Small Things. That's the second time this card's come out. Might just grab at least two more. Together we are more. Wow. Oops, it's really not focusing. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group two? You have the power to end the story however you want. So that's the other thing about all this magician energy. They kind of feel like the ball is in their court in many ways, and that it's their actions that are going to lead to whatever the outcome is here. This person is very aware of what they bring to the table when it comes to this situation. I feel like this person has accepted the situation in some way. They've kind of made peace with whatever's happened in the past. That doesn't mean that it was easy, because they still don't have the closure that they want. I don't want to think nothing bad. I caught you, but you never caught me. I was sitting here waiting on karma. There goes my guilty conscience. So I see this person feeling like there's a karmic balance that's happening, and they often think late at night about how the universe is working to correct and restore the grievances that occurred between you in the past. I see here with this More card that they are wishing that it's only up from here. It feels like this person almost feels like they've paid their penance when it comes to what they did to you. Close your eyes and see it through. Chaos comes and collects the youth. I can feel the cold air when the night comes. Heaven's only wishful. So, this person in many ways spent a small period grieving this connection, sweets, and they often think about that pain that occurred whenever this tower moment happened between the two of you. For some of you, it was like a situation where they had to just do it for themselves without getting that closure from you. I feel like your person still holds love for you, but I'm not going to lie, I feel very cold and removed from that love. Like it's almost like I have love for you, but I'm not going to go out of my way to love you. It's very interesting. And I don't know if that's your energy that I'm picking up on, especially if you resonate as the one who was primarily betrayed. But in a situation like this, I could see how you both feel like there was equal hurt in to some degree, you know, like you both experienced pain to some degree. Maybe it wasn't exactly balanced, but there was definitely pain on each side. It was a rock and a hard place for the person that had to choose in this third party situation. We have, I saw a boy who made a rose. To give him in return, I made an aeroplane. Keep on thinking beautiful, with thoughts we create the world. Such a long way to go, but it feels like I'm home. So that card with this together we are more tells me that this person just can't wrap their head around what is the two of you. It feels like they recognize something quite massive and significant and different and powerful, but they don't know what that means. You definitely have such a way with them. You make me feel grounded. Together we are more. I want to hold you in my arms. And yet, there is also this sense of there being a painful obstacle in your past. I want to say your person is in a better place now than they have been in the past in your connection, but their late night thoughts of you are definitely a reflection of what has happened and more questioning where things are going now. They don't mean to think of you. The thoughts they have of you are very intrusive and forces a lot of uncomfortable, strong, painful feelings, while also serving as a reminder of how powerful the connection between the two of you is, reminding this person that they will always, to some degree, hold love for you. This person often thinks about the conversations you've had and how much power they have to end the story the way that they want. They often think about what they're going to say and do next time they'll see you and what you're up to now. So let's get an advice card to close your reading, group 2. What is group 2's advice when it comes to this person, Spirit? What is the advice for group 2 when it comes to this person? We have attraction, Pansy, associated with the air element, the number 34, and Libra. Oh, wow. Spirit is saying that this connection is going to be balancing out if it hasn't already. I feel like it's about understanding your feelings for this person as well, group 2. There is attraction here, and I see with the air element that you both kind of think about each other in similar ways. You could be really mirroring each other, having similar thoughts and concerns, having similar feelings as well at times. I see with Libra that the goal here seems to be to restore balance in your connection and a sense of justice, doing something that will help you both feel more secure in where you stand with one another. For some of you, that doesn't necessarily mean romance, especially if you've been on this journey for a while. Maybe you just want more closure. But for all of you, I see this balancing out and offering a fair outcome for the highest good of both of you, or at least everyone involved. I see with the number 34 that your connection is moving to a place of stability from a place of hurt and potentially confusion because there were so many different variables at play. There's going to be a stronger sense of knowing where you stand with one another. And I do also see the potential to communicate. So your advice is to be very clear about how you feel and about what you want to say, if and when, not necessarily if, more when you see this person again. So group 2, that's what I'm seeing for you when it comes to this person's late night thoughts towards you. I'm going to take this into the extended now, where we'll be focusing more on what they fantasize about when it comes towards you. We're also going to, when it comes to you, should I say, we're also going to look at their energy towards the connection currently, trying to figure out what's going to happen in the near future between the two of you. And then we're also going to get more advice. We don't have to stick to that. If any other questions pop up, I will address them and we can deviate from that structure. That's fine. For example, we may get more channeled messages as well if that's helpful. So if you'd like to join me in the extended reading, the link is in the description box. I shall see you there. Before you go, I do want to thank you for all of your support over here on YouTube. I also want to thank our spiritual teams for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. And I shall see you in another video. Bye. Hi Group 3 and welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful card that's mostly red, then this is going to be your reading today. So Group 3, we're asking Spirit about your person's late night thoughts towards you. We're going to be getting messages about what's keeping them up at night when they think of you, or what do they think about you in general. We're also going to get some channeled messages and some advice from Spirit for you. There will be an extended reading. As I said in the intro, I'll talk about that extended reading more at the end of this reading. So to start things off, let's reveal the other side of your card. Oh my days, y'all got creative recognition. Acclaim, the pat on the shoulder and the shiny things are significant, but they don't affect the truth of your work. You are not defined by these. You create because you are creative. Recognition. This is a beautiful card because it kind of reminds us that there are many different ways to accept recognition for your work while being humble, at the same time balancing that idea of you deserve to be recognized for your efforts. So this message works well for those who find it difficult to accept praise or compliments. But I feel like when it comes to this person's thoughts towards you, it kind of is a reflection of how they're feeling towards you at the moment. This tells me that they may be trying to get your attention for a lot of you, or they may be looking at your situation as, what will it take? Like, what can I do to get that pat on the shoulder? What is significant? What can get that response that I want? I'm going to pull some cards, I think, because I'm very unsure about where they sit, whether they feel like they need to do more, kind of like a Six of Wands moment, wanting victory and trying to prove themselves, or whether they want to be recognized by you in an intimate setting, like a Three of Pentacles admirer way. Let's get some tarot out here to clarify. For Group 3, have I been calling you Group 2? I apologize. For Group 3, Spirit, what is their person's late night thoughts towards them? We have the Empress at the back of, the first card, should I say, it's not at the back. The Empress coming out. What is this person's late night thoughts towards Group 3? What are this person's late night thoughts towards Group 3? We also have the Two of Swords in the reverse position. What is this person's late night thoughts towards Group 3? We also have the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. What is this person's late night thoughts towards Group 3? Ace of Swords. What is this person's late night thoughts? Are we going to take this upright or reversed? It came out as a blockage. Let's just see what Spirit wants to do. It's a blockage. Okay, one more time. Will you want this upright or reversed, Spirit? Reversed. Okay. Let's clarify straight away. You can skip ahead if you want to. Back of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. So this person feels like the situation is almost at breaking point. They feel like you're hitting a wall with each other in many ways. All right, let's clarify the situation, shall we? What's going on with this Empress card, please, Spirit? We have the Lovers coming out for you in the upright. What's going on with, oh my days, the Two of Swords is being clarified by the Seven of Cups. How fitting. That's definitely causing confusion. What about the Knight of Swords, please, Spirit? We have the Knight of Cups showing out as a blockage. Wow. What about the Ace of Swords, please, Spirit? We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, that makes sense. There's definitely something they want to tell you. What about this Fool energy? We have the the Nine of Cups. Sometimes these words just like roll off my tongue. Even though I'm looking at 9, I'm saying Knight. At the back of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands in the upright. So I'm going to put your back of the deck energy up here. Group 2, your person, wow. When it comes to their late night thoughts of you, we can see that this person feels like your situation is going through a tough cycle right now. Your person feels like they're at a point in this relationship or this connection, whatever's going on between the two of you. They feel like they're at a point where something's got to give, something's got to change. You're literally about to either run towards an ending that was inevitable and it had to happen sooner or later, or you're being faced with the opportunity to end a tough cycle, which can offer a new beginning, a new chance, a fresh chance. It depends on what they choose to say and how you choose to receive them. That's what they're thinking about late at night. This person feels like your connection is salvageable. They feel like they can do or say something to kind of win you back and win the situation back into the favor that is needed. But I want to say that tensions are a bit high in the situation. Guards are high. Someone has got really strong boundaries and it's kind of like a feeling of my way or the highway. And I feel like these kinds of boundaries don't come out of nowhere. It feels like this whole situation has them realizing that they need to kind of either come in strong with a very clear, pure effort, or should not even try at all. Your person is feeling like, well, let's not talk so much about their feelings. Let's have a look at what their thoughts are, because that'll tell us what they're feeling as well. So, sorry, getting off track here. With their late night thoughts, this Empress reversed and the Lovers upright, your person constantly thinks about a decision that either was made in the recent past or a decision that needs to be made. And at this point, it feels like the odds are in, or the power is in your court, group 3. It feels like someone here has barely any power with this decision, and the other person has all the power. I feel like what's going on here is that your person feels like the situation is growing stagnant and there's not been a lot of growth at all. And they feel like a decision needs to be made of, do we keep doing this? If not, what do we do? Your person constantly thinks about what they need to do in order to get things going again with you, in order to get back into a more fertile state with you, into a state of being able to blossom. It feels like your person thinks a lot about what they need to do, and I don't see them wanting to give up, sweets, but they're aware of the fact that it's either this or we're done. you know? So I can see with the Two of Swords reversed and the Seven of Cups that your person's thoughts are often plagued with confusion and indecision. They really feel stuck. They are constantly thinking of the choices they have, the options they have, and it almost creates a lot of unnecessary confusion, can I say, because I feel like they don't even know in their heart what they genuinely want anymore. It's kind of like this whole thing has become so confusing. What is even the best outcome anymore? I feel like your person often thinks about where your mind is at as well. If you've been very honest and open with them, and if you've been completely transparent about how you're feeling, I think that that's made them even more confused because they're wondering if that's real, if that's true. How could it be true? What does that mean for me? How do I feel about the way that they feel? So I want to say that the situation feels very messy. And in terms of their mind state, they think about you from a place of feeling defensive, feeling reactive, and feeling like they're not ready to give up yet, feeling like the situation needs more time to become a little bit more clearer, but they're aware of the fact that they're running out of time as well. There may have been a betrayal in your connection, and this person does think about that as well. If there was no betrayal, then just disregard that. It could just be that they're thinking about the ending more than anything, and the looming ending for all of you. Now, over here with this Knight of Swords reversed and the Knight of Cups, I can see that your person's late night thoughts are more so about the pace of your connection. Something happened very quickly and then it kind of slowed down. I want to say that action in your connection and movement in general has seemingly taken more of a steady approach. And I think that this has forced things, like someone may have even said, like, I want to slow down, I want to stop. And I feel like that wasn't what the other person wanted. So your person often thinks about intentions and whether the right actions were taken. I feel like your person also thinks about what they need to do in order to make sure that they're giving you the right impression and that they're not misleading you, and to make sure that both of you are being honest with each other. So your person feels like they're almost being very careful about what they do and what they say to you, group 3. I feel like with the Knight of Cups here, they feel almost blocked by their fears, because remember, this Knight of Cups was a blockage. It's up right now, but they're almost blocked by their romantic intentions. They feel like, for many of you, you've cut them off and they almost can't even think of you that way anymore, but they do, and that's confusing. So I think that this person doesn't know how to approach you anymore, and they often think about that, like, what's the best way to approach group 3? Do I call? Do I text? What do I do? Can I be friendly at least, or is that inappropriate? Like, what do I do? For some of you, you had a breakup with this person and you've been working on yourself and trying not to give them any peace of mind. And that shows. They're aware of that. Like I said, some of you have very strong boundaries against this person. I want to say with the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords reversed, this person wants to tell you something. They've got something on their mind and they want to share it with you. They're hoping for the chance to talk and get some closure. I feel like this person has questions. They feel like a victim in the situation and they don't like that. So they want to kind of clear the air and maybe kind of answer some questions or get some questions answered. I think group 3 that this person is wanting to communicate something to you. And with it being the Eight of Swords reversed, the intention is to overall just get peace of mind and once and for all settle things. So they often think about that and what it would look like and how to get that chance with you. They know overall that either they need to come in with one last ditch effort to save this, or they have to accept that this is coming to an end inevitably. Now, I can see with the Fool card reversed and the Nine of Cups upright, this person's late night thoughts are a lot around a foolish decision that was taken in the past. And this foolish decision was very self-serving. Someone did it. It could be you, it could be them, but they think about how that action has caused a lot of delays in many ways. And I feel like the action was taken to make someone happy and themselves happy. Whoever took this action, the intention was, I'm going to make myself happy. If you've moved on and you are living your best life, group 3, or at least trying to grow, I feel like they think about that. They think about how their foolishness has affected you positively. And I feel like there's something unsettling about that. You know, they can't quite go to bed with that. It doesn't sit right. I want to say that you give this person anxiety sweets. Not that it's your fault, but thoughts of you race in their mind, and it creates a lot of like frustration, and just this feeling of like fight, flight, or what's it called? Fight, flight, or freeze. And that's one of the things they think about, is at the end of the day, because of this foolish decision, group 3 sleeps fine. Like group 3 is happy, group 3 is thriving. So let's get some channeled messages out now to have a better look at what their late night thoughts are towards you. Group 3, what is this person's late night thoughts towards group 3, please, Spirit? We have, Quits by Flume featuring Rio Cragen, Anger. What is this person's late night thoughts? We have Borderline by Tame Impala, Manipulate. Look at all that red. I see red, I see red, I see red. What is this person's late night thoughts? We also have Sex, Money, Feelings Die by Likely Contempt. Damn, what happened between y'all? Oh my days. Back of the deck, we have Remorse, All My Friends by Great Gable. Should I drink another lie? Would it make it right? Can I call myself her lover? But all my friends, they say, they're happy for me. But my mind, it traces back to all the harm I've caused. My days. I'm going to bring out one more deck. I think I said bring. I'm going to bring out one more deck for Groupus Threepus Spirit. What does this person think about at night? I pretend I don't care about you. There's always that group, isn't there? I heard Pretender by the Foo Fighters. Together we are more. What does this person think about late at night? You make me feel grounded. I'm gonna get at least 2 more. What does this person think about? We have Yes in the reverse. I don't usually take reversals in this deck unless I feel called to. What does this person think about at night, Spirit? I didn't message you by mistake, okay? So that's a very clear message to some of you. Back of the deck, I am sorry for what happened. I do like that because I'm going to be honest with you. I think things could have been handled better in the past based on what I'm picking up on. We can't change what happens in the past, but I like that this person is accepting responsibility in some way. So group 3, I can tell that your person's late night thoughts have a strong emotion still attached to them, and not in a positive way. Whole damn time we was loving undercover, yeah. Don't you know that kills me inside? She always gets the best of me. I lose my mind. I hate starting fights, but I'm about to blow. Your person still holds a lot of built up, pent up energy, potentially anger towards the situation and how things played out. I feel like they think that you got the best in this situation. Something about this turned out to be something was happening in the background that they weren't aware of, and it came out and it was just like, wow. Or maybe vice versa. Something could have happened in the background with them and you found out, and you had to be the one to say, wow, and set some healthy boundaries. They definitely still think about that. We have Borderline by Tame Impala. Gone a little far this time with something. How was I to know this high came rushing? We're on the borderline, dangerously fine and unforgiven. So, I mean, listen, this person still feels positive feelings for you as well. As strong as this anger is, there is still a feeling as though together we are more. Something about this situation this person just can't let go of. And they still feel like if they wanted to, or if they could, there's one last hat trick they could pull out to win you back. Late at night, call you in the late night, trade love for one night, talk offline, no, I don't mind. No love when you hold me. Baby, don't you cry. Sex, money, feelings die. There's a feeling of being emotionally separated here. Like you're in a different energy. You're not on the same page anymore. There's almost a level of contempt towards that because it's like, well, we're not thinking or feeling the same way. How can you not? If you have a lot of history with this person, they find it hard to believe that you've been able to just move on so quickly. And I do see them testing the waters, accidentally messaging you, although it's not by mistake, and then trying to kind of test and see whether you still feel the same way, because they're saying you make me feel grounded. You're still my rock, is what that tells me. I pretend I don't care about you, but yes, I do. Let's get some advice for you, sweets, to close your reading. What is the advice for group 3 in this situation, Spirit? They are definitely trying to get your attention. That's why recognition is there. Their thoughts of you are of either how can I win you over again, or how can I get your attention. For some of you, they could be in a slightly petty energy, but I just think that they think a lot about how you've been able to gain some level of happiness for yourself. What is the advice for group 3, please, Spirit? We have grounding potato in this deck, which is associated with Earth, Virgo, and the number 5. It's reversed. It's time to harvest. It's time to uproot. It's time to pull that out of the ground. Whatever's been uprooted in your life was intentional, sweets. Whatever changed here, whatever plan was forced to end, and whatever new beginnings were forced upon you, whatever big changes, however drastic and painful and hurtful they were intentional. They needed to happen. And I don't think that this person will ever be able to truly get closure, and maybe vice versa. But I need you to know that you can't go back. You may well try. Some of you will try. Or you will accidentally have a moment of weakness and fall into a moment of passion with this person, because they still hold a lot of passion for you, regardless of the fact that it's a lot of rage and anger at the moment and contempt. I do want you to know that what was uprooted on purpose. It can't go back in the ground. You can't just put a potato back in the ground once it's harvested. It's time to try to make something out of this and move forward, sowing new seeds or finding your own version of happiness from this unexpected and very drastic change for a lot of you. So group 3, that's what I'm seeing for you. I'm going to take this into the extended now, so I'll tell you a little bit more about what we're doing over there. In your extended reading, we're going to have a look at what your person fantasizes about. I don't know if you want to know, it's up to you. We're also going to be getting more channeled messages, which could be very helpful for you, getting more of an understanding of what is going through their mind and what they want you to know. We're also going to get more advice. So that's kind of the bones of your reading. We don't have to stick to that structure though. We'll let Spirit take the wheel, and if any other questions pop up, any other strong topics pop up, we can address those as well. Now, you may have messages in other groups, so by all means, if this was a message that you didn't want to hear and there's somebody new in your life instead, definitely go back to the pick a group section, see if you feel called to any other groups, and I shall see you there. Before you go, wherever you're going, I do want to thank you for all of your support, group 3. Thank you so much for supporting me, this channel, and free tarot in general. Remember that these are general readings, so please take what resonates, but do not let the rest take from you. I also want to thank our spiritual teams, angels, ancestors, and guides for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye! Hi group 4, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this interesting green card, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see, these cards are double-sided, so we will uncover the meaning of your card in a quick second. First, I need to remind you that we're here because we're asking Spirit what your person's late night thoughts of you are. There's going to be an extended reading as well, which we'll get into at the end. So let's have a look at the main energy of your person's late night thoughts. Oh my days, we have feeling. Holy heck, that hit me right in my sacral chakra. Okay, there's a little bit of passion here. That's why. Creative feeling. Enjoy the moments of euphoria, but they aren't sustainable. The slow burn, that's where the gold lies. Your person may be trying to figure out whether they are infatuated with you or whether they feel something more, because there's definitely feelings of euphoria here, and all this green is heart chakra energy, but then we have this heavier blue color with some heavy thinking mixing in with our thoughts, so our feelings, excuse me. So I feel like this person spends time at night trying to think about how they feel for you. This may be a case of y'all just met, or maybe your relationship is developing and they're trying to figure out what their feelings for you are and what that means for the future of your relationship. So let's get some tarot out to really look at what their late night thoughts of you are. I'll be using 2 tarot decks, so you can skip ahead if you don't want to watch me shuffle. Starting with this deck, what is Group 4's person's late night thoughts towards them? We have the Knight of Swords coming out in the reverse position. What is Group 4's person's late night thoughts? We have the 5 of Cups in the upright. What is this person's late night thoughts towards Group 4? Now sorry, I won't say it yet. What is this person's late night thoughts towards Group 4? We have the World. And we also have the Queen of Swords and the 9 of Cups reversed. Yeah. They don't know how you feel. This person's trying to feel you out. They're trying to figure out how you feel. I'm hearing, how do you feel, boo-boo? So, okay, this person feels quite caring towards you. I wouldn't just call anyone boo-boo. That's weird. We have Temperance coming out as well as your bottom deck energy. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That's comforting, because with the 5 of Cups here, I was kind of like, what is going on with this person's feelings? They're definitely in their feels. Can we clarify that Knight of Swords, please, Spirit? Thank you. Speaking of feelings, we have the Ace of Cups. Can we clarify that 5 of Cups, please, Spirit? Why is the 5 of Cups here for Group 4? We have the Knight of Swords. What about this World card energy, Spirit? Why is the World card here for Group 4? We have the 5 of Cups reversed. So this is a bizarre energy. There may be someone who often thinks of worst case scenarios as well. Why is the Queen of Swords here, please, Spirit? Oops. Hi. We have the Hermit. Okay. Why is the 9 of Cups here? We also have the 9 of Wands to clarify that 9 of Cups. So a lot of 9 energy with the Hermit, the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Wands. Oy. We also have the 6 of Cups as your bottom deck energy. I'm going to put that over here. 6 of Swords, a lot of synchronicities. So what I can tell you based on your bottom deck energy is that this person mostly thinks about coming together with you. They think about what it would look like if the two of you were in union. They think about what it would look like if the two of you were able to sit down and really talk and really connect and get on the same page, because they feel like you have enough similarities to be able to make this work without trying too hard. And yet they also believe that there still needs to be a conversation, though, talking about some of the nitty-gritties, because I feel like this person doesn't entirely trust their feelings for you. This person is a bit disconnected from how you feel for them. So I don't think you've told them, or I don't think y'all have had that conversation yet because you just don't know each other well enough yet. I want to say that for a lot of you, there's been either a recent separation or this person's been taking time to think about their feelings for you. Let's start over here with this Knight of Swords reversed and the Ace of Cups upright. What that is telling me is that your person spends time at night thinking about how to move towards you. It looks like they are very motivated to give you an offer of love and to offer you at least an opportunity to get to know each other. Or if you've been doing that, then they are wanting to offer something more. I think that what's going on here, though, with the Knight of Swords reversed, they are also just not sure of how to do that. They don't know what action to take. They don't know whether it's the right time, because sometimes the Knight of Swords likes to rush things. So is it too soon? Should we be taking things slower? I feel like they think about how their feelings are developing quicker than maybe the circumstance allows them to act upon. And I can also see over here with the Five of Cups and the Knight of Swords upright, that this is causing them to feel quite sad and disappointed by the circumstances. They really, in their mind and based on what they're going through, they would prefer to be able to take action towards you quickly. They would prefer to be able to remedy this feeling of sadness by telling you how they feel, and they would prefer to know that you are going to either accept their feelings or reciprocate ultimately. I think that this person thinks about the fact that your connection is currently not where they want it to be, and they aren't completely sad. Like, for a lot of you, this person could just be kind of waiting for change. But then there's that group of you within this group 4, where your person does feel quite down about the fact that the change towards something more serious, more meaningful in your connection hasn't happened yet. So they do spend time thinking about changing that and what they would want to do, almost in like a whimsical way. Like, if I could, if I had $1,000,000, what would you buy type of energy. If I had no fear, if I had no restrictions, no blocks, what would I do? What would I say to group 4? That's kind of how they think. And then over here with the World card and the Five of Cups reversed, I mean, look at these synchronicities. Knight of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Cups. It's wild, man. This World card and the Five of Cups tells me that your person is adamant on moving things forward in the best way with you, regardless of whether there was a rejection. And I think it would come from you, sweets, because this person isn't wanting to cause that towards you. They would still want to leave things on good terms with you. I think with the World card here, a cycle with this person is definitely closing, and they're thinking about the fact that they have the chance here to make sure that it closes in their best way, avoiding the worst case scenario. The Five of Cups reversed tells me that they may have even thought that they didn't have a chance with you, and they grieved this connection prematurely, only to realize that there's going to be one final chance to do that. And so they have 2 cups left, and that final opportunity to make sure that y'all end on good terms, or that you have the chance to start something new on good terms. Regardless, there is this looming feeling of some sort of culmination here, and their desires, their thoughts at night are to ensure that these are on good terms and that they do what they can to make sure that they avoid the worst case situation. Your person doesn't want to let you down. They don't want to break your heart. They don't want you to feel disappointed in them. And they don't want you to feel like like they led you on, or like you put your faith and your trust in the wrong person. This person wants to be able to overcome barriers. They want to be able to measure up. They want to be able to come through in the way where they can give you what they want to as well. So I do see them hustling with the world here. That's very Saturn-like energy. They may be really working hard right now and trying to structure their life and preparation for this culmination. But I can see with the Queen of Swords reversed and the Hermit, they are definitely spending a lot of time to themselves, thinking, reflecting, trying to do some soul searching as well, thinking, just trying to figure out where their head is at and where your head is at. I almost see this person going through like old books, old memories, and trying to figure out, like, read between the lines. What did group 4 think of me in that situation? What was their face like? What was their tone of voice like? What did they tell me again? What were those words like? How did I make them feel? How can I understand them better? And I feel like they really are stewing over information, almost to the point where they're really over analyzing it and failing to see the big picture. They're getting into the nitty gritty subjective analysis of the history of the two of you and every interaction that you've had together. I think that there's a real fondness here. Like, they like thinking about you, and I don't think it's just at night. You're that kind of group where at a quiet moment or when they're alone, they just think of you, and it's a beautiful feeling. You make them feel those bouts of euphoria, but you also make them question where this is going and whether this is the real thing, because they feel like they've found someone here that they just want to cherish. So there is this natural desire to know whether you reciprocate these feelings and thoughts. And I guess they wonder if you think of them as well with the Queen of Swords reversed. There's a huge question mark here over how you see them, what you think of them in general, and what you would say or do if they were to open up to you. Because I'm getting that this person wants that. They want to have this intimate, deep, and meaningful conversation with you, especially with the Nine of Cups reversed and the Nine of Wands. This is someone who is feeling like their late night thoughts of you are a reflection of them wanting to change the way that things have been happening. But I can tell with these nines here, first the Nine of Cups reversed, they're definitely feeling like they're not satisfying you emotionally. And then with the Nine of Wands upright, it feels like there's barriers and boundaries now. It feels like there's a wall there. They may be looking at you as someone that is really hard to win over. But I want to say that with the Nine of Wands upright, I don't see them wanting to give up. I see them almost driving themselves crazy trying to do this. I think with the Nine of Wands, there's this feeling of feeling exhausted though, like, especially with the Nine of Cups reversed, the situation, like, they think about you so much they feel exhausted. They almost think, okay, side note, little sexual energy. They think of you differently to give them relief from these serious thoughts. So to avoid their feelings, they try to hypersexualize you sometimes. That's a small message. This isn't supposed to be that kind of reading. We're going to do that in the extended, but it came out anyway. So congratulations. There's that energy as well. They are so overwhelmed by their feelings that they avoid them by trying to blow off steam and think of you in that way as well. So I am getting overall that this person is really desiring union or reunion for a lot of you. Just this idea of healing and moving forward. And I feel like they really want to offer this cup, or they want you to offer it for some of you, a small percentage. It just feels like it's not over yet, and there's still a lot of questions over, but how is it going to move forward? So let's get some channeled messages from them now to better understand their late night thoughts from their perspective. What does this person think about group 4 late at night? What is this? Oh, I like that. We have Manipura coming out. I do. Courage, ego, balance, movement. This is your solar plexus chakra. It's also the number 10. Another sign of culmination in terms of it has 10 petals on the flower. Group 4, please, Spirit. What is... Oh, hello. Oh, Cola by Arlo Parks. Disgust. I'm going to talk about these lyrics after I get all your cards out. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group 4? Hi. Oh no. There's an interesting energy here. You have these feelings of loathing and annoyance, but you also had Fade Into You by Mazzy Star come out with interest. So, damn. It would just be so hard and painful if you were not interested in them at all. It would just be the most horrible feeling in the world. Group 4. What is this person's late night thoughts towards them? Sometimes they don't think they're good enough. Sometimes they think they're just this little pest that can't leave you alone. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group 4? I miss the small things. This card has been coming out a lot, actually. What is this person's late night thoughts towards group 4, please, Spirit? We have, I'm sorry for what happened. Okay, that's actually refreshing for those who needed that to hear that, especially because it's going under disgust. That makes sense. We have yes. Okay, so for some of you, if you were questioning whether this person was interested in you at all, the answer is yes. What is this person's late night thoughts? I just needed some time for myself. So you have a very similar energy to one of the other groups. I'm saying that because you may have felt pulled towards another group as well. We have Together We Are More. So I'm getting so many repeat messages at the moment. So that's interesting. But what I can tell you is that this person definitely thinks about movement in your connection with Manipura, the solar plexus chakra. This person's trying to figure out how to balance things out with their efforts. What do I do? They definitely need courage, that's for sure. I feel like they're trying to figure out how to get into a helpful masculine energy of I can and I will, and I'm determined to succeed, because there is still fear. They are afraid that you don't feel the same way as them. Leave me to my own devices. It's better when your Coca-Cola eyes are out of my face. So take your orchids elsewhere. I love you to death, and now I don't really care. I think they're also afraid that these feelings are one-sided and that maybe you're finding interest in other people. I feel like this person believes that they may have pushed you away by seeking this introspection. They may have caused distance in this connection. And for that, they do feel sorry for what happened. And they would understand if you weren't feeling entirely keen on them anymore. They would understand if you were disgusted and you didn't want to see them. But I think that they really hope that you reciprocate. I want to hold the hand inside you. I want to take the breath that's true. I look to you to see the truth. Fade into you, strange you never knew. So this person is definitely interested in you. They're saying, yes, I am. This person believes that you could really grow together in some way, that you could complement each other and balance each other out with temperance. They're saying, together we are more. This card struggled to focus from the beginning. Together we are more, but they did just need some time for themselves. They did need this period of introspection and reflection to figure things out and to see how they were actually feeling, whether this is something that is worth pursuing. So let's get some, not channel messages, advice. Let's get some advice for you, group 4. I'm getting confused because you are so similar. You're different, but you're quite similar to one other group. And I won't say what it is. If you're feeling called to another group, just click on it. If you're not, then this is all the messages for you. Group 4, please, Spirit. What is the advice for group 4? What is the advice for group 4 in this situation? What is the advice for group 4? Oh, ooh, okay. We have happiness coming out first, marjoram. This is the fire element. Gemini also associated with marjoram in this deck, and the number 15. And sweets, you also have duality, which is the banana card in this deck, associated with the water element and the number 27. Now, oh my gosh, group 4, I was about to do it again. I need to stop. That group is still in my brain. Group 4, your advice here is to find balance in this connection, if that's what is healing for you, but within yourself, with your fears, with your desires, with your feelings, with your passions. I do feel reciprocation. You're obviously here for a reason. I see with duality here that it is about linking, working mind, body, and soul, right? If you want something, mirror your actions to reflect your intentions, as difficult as it may be, because your fear is very real. If you want something, go for it, act in that way, behave in that way, think in that way. I see with duality that you're playing a dance with yourself and this person, combating your own fear and also working with them and their potential fears and desires. I see the two of you are going to potentially make each other very happy. But I think that your advice for this situation is to absolutely do what is going to make you happy. Maybe you are caught between two people, for example, for some of you, and you need to figure out, although this person's intentions are honest, are they the one that's going to make you happy? To be honest with you, more information is yet to be revealed with Gemini. I do sense the chance to ask questions and to have a conversation with this person. It would be a good chance to ask them questions that will help you figure out what you want and help you determine whether this is something that could make you happy. Prepare yourself and get ready for that opportunity to talk. But I do think that you also need time for yourself to figure out what is going to make you happy and to ensure that you are ready to take action towards what is going to make you happy, fear aside. So group 4, I'm going to take this into the extended reading now, where we will be focusing on your person's fantasies / desires towards you. We're going to look at some more, are we getting channeled messages? We might get a few channeled messages, but we're going to focus more on their current energy towards you, towards this connection. And doing that will help us understand what you can expect next from them and just from this situation as a whole. I will also be getting more advice from Spirit about what you should do and about what you need to know. If we have anything else pop up, we can address that as well. That's just the bones of the reading, so we will deviate if necessary. So if you'd like to join me in the extended reading, the link will be in the description box. I shall see you there. But before you go, wherever you're going, even if you're going to a different group, I do want to thank you for all of your support and for tuning in today. I want to thank our spiritual teams, angels, ancestors for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. And I shall connect with you in another video. Bye!